This is a picture of our property after it was plowed. Wrong date. Now we have the right date. It was plowed last week, smoothed. It was plowed, disc, and then smoothed. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of last week, I took a day of vacation, plowed it all day Friday and Saturday, and then Tommy Jeffcoat came out with his big tractor, finished smoothing it and plowing it. That's the barn at the very back there, and our little house, and the pond is where the green grass is. And this is our road. Looks pretty good. It's not an all-weather road yet, but it's coming closer. And that's our land, goes where it's plowed to the fence line. Here we have a picture from the pond on the road looking toward the front. We are gonna, we'll swing over to the pasture side where the pasture's gonna be, coming all the way around. Maybe a little dizzy. Now this is toward where the blueberries are gonna start, right behind where these trees are up front, toward the back trees, toward the canal in the back. The road going on back, still a couple of three brush piles, waiting on the youth at church to come out for a big bonfire. Here's our little house. This little piece of triangle behind the pond, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with yet. Maybe just play. And that's the barn you see the top of. There is the deck, porch, whatever, on the pond. Our boat. There is our pier. That's the tree line on our, that's the far tree, that's where our property ends, next to the pond. And here we have 4 white ducks and 3 Pomeranian exotic geese. Used to be 5 geese, but 2 disappeared. There's our pine tree coming up on the island. We have another pine tree right here in front of us coming up. And here we go with, right in front of the pond on this property, on this land right there, will be a fruit orchard. And then on the next acre will be a house. On the next acre will be another pond, of which the dirt from that pond will go to build up the house. And on the very front, up there at the front, 5 acres worth of pecan trees. And that's off to my left where we're headed, where we've already seen. This will be a 5-acre pasture for a couple of horses and cows for Barbara, Trey, and Trey. Here we have another perspective looking from the barn to the pond, and I'm standing down on flat level ground, and this is behind the pond, our little house that I'm still at work on, and that's the gate to our future pasture right there. And here we have wood piles, actually not wood piles, they're fence post piles. I still have some more fencing, a little bit more fencing, cross fencing to do. And this is the start of our blueberries. This whole field right here that you're looking at will be all in blueberries, all the way to the back, which is the LNVA canal, going toward the back. And it's beautiful dirt, nice, called Crowley sand. And we're going to back up here just a little bit so that we can look and see the barn. Here we have the barn. There's my tractor, my Massey Ferguson 150 tractor. It's a 40 horsepower tractor. our camper. The barn has 5 10-foot by 20-foot stalls. It's a 50 by 20 barn. Pretty nice barn, I think. Pole shed, whatever you want to call it. And going over, this is the start of the pond, so that it'll give you a perspective of where the barn is and the pond. We now can see my tractor. That's one of my grader blades. In front, right there, is the bush hog. Here's my disc, the four-wheeler. We have a lowboy for pulling the tractor or whatever. We have a scoop right there. Another picture of the future blueberry patch in about 3 to 4 weeks. I am now standing in the truck right in front of the barn, looking at the pond. Here is a close-up, a little bit closer, zoomed in, and there are the ducks and geese. A little hard to see from here, and you have now seen the picture of the Griffon ponderosa. I do guess I need to put in the box blade here, which I didn't put in a while ago, which completes our most essential, as you can see in the background up against the wall. And we have our pop-up camper, which sat in front of the house for so long, and Barbara was very happy to get rid of it. Trey was, so that we could then have a basketball goal. We also have a riding lawnmower that I found a decent deal on, used. It's about 9 years old, but still runs pretty good. Starts good. It doesn't have as much power as it should. And I think that is our equipment.